So you've been called and you've been chosen for a very, very, very special mission. God hid some secret information inside of you that I've been sent here today to turn on the light. There is something inside of you that has been purposely put to sleep until now, for such a time as this. I don't think you quite understand how special and important you are to the whole earth, but you soon will. And you're going to start discovering things and feeling things inside of you get activated out of seemingly nowhere. How do I know? Y'all, I had a crazy, crazy, crazy dream. Very, very interesting. So I'm going to tell you the dream. Then I'm going to come back and I'm going to let you know how this applies to not just me and you, but all of us who've been called to do this big, big thing. So it was breaking news all across the world. There were these beasts that just popped up out of nowhere. They was all over the world, country to country, city to city, and nobody could figure out where these beasts came from. So they told the people, stay in the house if you can, watch your back, stay vigilant, but life resumed as normal. So one day, the scientists made a discovery. They discovered that the people who turned into the beast, they had drank this liquid. Now it was a clear liquid, it kind of looked like water. But people accidentally got hold of it, and when they drank it, they turned into the beast. There was a second group of people who did not believe that this juice or this liquid would turn them into a beast, so they just took it to prove that it wasn't true. But then they turned into the beasts. But then there was a third group of people. These people took the drink on purpose because they wanted to be beasts. They wanted to roam the earth and wreak havoc. So one day, you are at school. You are with two friends when one of them pulls out a little jar. In the jar, it's that liquid. And she says, it's enough for two of us. Now, it was three of y'all standing there, but only two could take the juice. The one friend said, I don't believe that this is going to turn me into no beast. The second friend said, well, I want to take it because I want to be a beast. And you was just sitting there kind of unsure because you didn't really believe it. You did kind of believe it. So you decided, nah, I'm good. So the first friend takes a swig and she starts laughing. She's like, I told y'all that I wasn't going to turn into no beast. And then she passes it to the friend. The friend drinks it and she starts laughing too. So y'all all just sitting there laughing when all of a sudden the first friend that took it started to shake. And all of a sudden, her muscles just start busting out of her shirt. So your natural instinct was to push her into a classroom and you close the door. The second friend starts freaking out. Like, I changed my mind. No, I changed my mind. I don't want to be a beast. I don't want to be a beast. Next thing you know, her whole back broke out of her skin. And it was all this hair and fur that just came all over her body. So you did the same thing with her. Before she fully turned, you kicked her into a different classroom and you closed the door. But that first friend in that first classroom, they started getting so big that the windows was busting out. So the whole school started to shake and everybody ran out of the school. Now, when you got outside, it was super, super crazy because the whole world was in a panic. Everybody was running all in the streets. People were swerving in their cars, jumping out, running for their lives. The beast was taking over. So there was this grocery store and you ran over to the grocery store and there was people, they was all in there fighting over the food because people had like underground houses and bunkers and stuff. So they was trying to grab food so they can go hide. And suddenly to you, everything just started to move in slow motion. So you felt this urge like, I gotta do something. So you ran outside and there was a group of friends and people that you knew and they was on a truck. And they was like, come on, get in the truck, get in the truck. And you told them, no, I can't go with y'all. I gotta go do something. So they was like, all right, bye, and they skeeted off. So you started to run across this parking lot. Now this is where things get a little bit interesting because at the parking lot, there came this line. When you went over the line, all of a sudden, you were in ancient Egypt. It was sand under your feet, and so running was a little bit harder than it was in the parking lot. When you turned around and faced the direction of the parking lot, it was still the parking lot. People were still running and going crazy. And then suddenly, as you're standing with the sand beneath your feet, this big circle, saucer, was right under your feet, and it began to rise up with you on it. Now, you wanted to keep your balance, so you positioned yourself like you was on a surfboard. When it rose up into the air, it tilted a little bit, and the sand began to slide off of it. And that's when you can see there were all these signs and all these symbols, and they began to start highlighting. And you didn't know how you knew, but you knew this was the answer to get rid of the beasts. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was the dream. Now, I ain't gonna hold you. I had to sit on this dream for a while, and I was finally told to release. Like, it's time for you to make the announcement, because I know sometimes people be writing me like, girl, you ain't scared telling your dreams and blah, blah, blah. Like, I have to get the green light. That's why we got a green light today, in order to put these type of dreams out. So I don't know if this is something prophetic for the world, like this is some event that's about to go down, you know. But I know that the main point is about you and what has been hidden inside of you and what is being awakened right now. Okay, I told you something has been activated. There's an answer or a solution or something that only you have, and without you, something is in disarray. Something is going crazy. It could be in your own house, it could be in your community, you know, it can be, you know, in the world. It just depends on where God is using you in this season. You know what I mean? So you're going to have to take it how it resonates. Whether it's something big or something small, something is being activated, and only you can carry out this mission. You did. So we're going to be jumping into this dream, breaking it down, seeing what it means. You know what I mean? Take a look at the screen. There are 3 numbers to choose from. I want you to choose the number you feel most drawn to. And then listen to all of them, because you know what I mean. You might find something that awakens inside of you. It may spark something. It's just the number that you choose, maybe a little bit more highlighted in your life at this time. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's go ahead and get to these messages. Number 1. If it works for one, it will work for all. This is about the breaking news. The breaking news that the world has a specific problem. Your community has a specific problem. And the solution will work for all of the beasts. You have something inside of you that is the solution for everybody. Why is this important? Well, if it's going to work for everybody, if it's going to make a change, if it's going to save the world, maybe someones don't want that information to get out. So yours is kind of like almost a warning that you got to be careful with what you're about to be given. Because it's almost like the beasts in a way represent people who want to continue chaos. The agents of chaos want to wreak havoc. They don't want to be put down. They don't want to go away. They want to increase. They want to multiply. They want to enlarge their territories, just like you and I. We want to increase. We want to multiply. We want to enlarge our territory. And there's an equal and opposite reaction to that. The kingdom of darkness wants to do the same thing. It's like we both have the same agenda. We're just on 2 different sides. And so they have something, their size, their evil, the destruction that could put us down. But one of us got a solution that'll put them down. Or maybe collectively we are that one thing that can come shut down these beasts. So understand. And I just heard the word opponent. You have an opponent, okay? whether it's a direct opponent in your physical life, a spiritual opponent, something evil, or something from the kingdom of darkness that wants to stop you from making it to where you're supposed to make it to, because they don't want you to get out what it is that God hid inside of you. Okay, now for some of you guys, you didn't know this. It was hidden from you because if you would have spoke too soon, if you even displayed some of the traits, it would be like a dead giveaway. Also, it was hidden inside of you because you're the least expected. You might be the underdog. You'll be the last one that people would think would bust out at the last minute and save the world. But that's why God chose you, because nobody was looking in your direction. And I know that I'm saying it now, but that's because it's too late. If you're hearing this, it's too late. You already got the answer. The green light is being lit inside of you, and you coming. We're all coming. So the opponent, the fact that this is more of a warning for you, there's something that wants to keep you sleeping. So you're going to have to do what you're afraid to do. You're going to have to get up and, carry your torch. Think about it. If you were in a dream and you saw what was going on, but you have supernatural experience that could leave no room for doubt. There's no way you could deny what you saw, what you felt, and what was awakened inside of you. That urge for you to go out there and do something and make a change and make a difference. You couldn't deny what happened next. So since you know that you got this inside of you, and you, for sure, especially with this confirmation, if you're watching this video, it's too late. It's already being awakened inside of you. And you have to know, yes, this is what that is. Okay? For some of y'all, it's a little scary, but it's time. So you have to, just like that platform, you're going to have to rise up. And you're going to have to go out there breaking news. If it works for one, it works for all. If you go out there and spread that message and everybody catches wind and you turn on the lights inside of them, then the kingdom of darkness don't stand a chance. They don't want that. So in these next coming weeks, don't let nothing shut your mouth. In these next couple weeks, don't let nothing shut down how you dream, the type of faith you have, the way that you talk to yourself, the way that you look at yourself. Don't let nothing come in and shake your confidence in this next coming weeks. And whatever the momentum is, you feel yourself getting powerful, go out there and do something powerful. Use your power and watch how much more God gives to you. Okay? So that's what I give for number one. Let's get to number two. So my people, if you chose number two, you need to watch out for them people. In the next couple weeks, maybe next few months, maybe the next few years, who knows? Each of y'all is going to have a different timeline. You better watch out for them people. Now, who is them people? Let me take you back to the part of the dream where I referenced 3 different types of people as it pertains to them turning to beasts. You had the people who were just completely oblivious. They were totally unaware of this juice. They didn't know they was drinking it, had no idea, right? Then it was the second group of people who didn't believe, right? It was all jokes and fun and games, and then they turned. But then it was the last group who wanted to. Okay, they was ready. They was, tired of their lifestyle. They was tired of their circumstances. So they just like, you know what, forget it. I want to turn to a beast. I don't want to pay no bills. I don't want to go to work. I just want to walk around the earth and destroy it, right? Okay, so these are people who you're going to have to watch out for in the next coming weeks. You're going to meet all different types, okay? This is a time for you where spiritually you're going to be amped up a few notches. What the Bible says, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, principalities of darkness. So that's what you're going to be seeing. Some of y'all, you might look at somebody's face and their whole face will melt, or the mask will come off right before your eyes. Supernatural experiences. You've been able to see into the spirit and see what something really is. Okay? And this is not to say that, people are beasts and people are bad or whatever, but it's just that in these next coming weeks, I don't want you to be like, oh, what's wrong with your face? Oh my God. Don't do that. Understand, God is revealing and showing things to you. He's raising up the prophets, raising up the seers, really raising up the anointed. But them gifts is being heightened. So you're going to be able to see some things. And you have to be quiet. okay? Unless you're talking to us, like the collective, the people who get it, okay? The chosen, who understand. But you're going to probably be the only one in your little circle who understands this. So you're going to have to be quiet, okay? Talk to God about it. Like, ooh, you saw that? Okay? And it may be because of 3 different things. And what do I mean by this? How may this also physically manifest? Okay, you may run into people who just got an attitude with you for no reason, who mad at you for no reason, right? But it's not them. It's what's behind them. It's the principality of darkness working through them, right? Some people physically, let's talk about the 3 different types. The first type, accidentally. These were people who made promises and covenants in the spirit realm, participated in some type of witchcraft, and sewed together a cord, connected themselves to something, and they were totally unaware. Even, visiting certain places, shaking hands with certain people, agreeing, making agreements, and having spiritual contracts that they have no idea about. Some of them are generational. They have no idea why this thing was able to attach. They don't even know that it's there. But you will. So you've been told not only be quiet, but excuse them. Just please excuse them, because it's not them. They don't know. But then as the second group of people, let's talk about it physically. These are the people who didn't believe, right? So there are some people who just don't believe in like a higher power. They don't believe in, the spirit realm. They don't believe in the devil and all of that. So they're more easily susceptible to these things. They're more easily to be penetrated, possessed. And you're going to see this. Whether you're seeing people who say things to you, whether you see people arguing on the street, whether you ride through a town and people are addicted to certain substances and they can't even stand up straight, whatever. You're going to be able to see behind the veil, okay? But as it pertains to you, with this second group of people, you might hear people saying things like, oh, that's dumb, that's stupid. Like, I don't believe in that. Can't nothing come attack me. If I can't see it, it don't exist. You might hear people even have that type of rhetoric. You might engage or want to feel the urge to engage and argue with somebody like that. You may see someone come up in your timeline on the internet. Somebody may have a discussion, drop a video about it. Who knows? But these are the people who do not believe. They will do something. They'll stand in the mirror and say Candyman 5 times just because they don't believe. Right now, that's mythical. That's a movie and all that kind of stuff. But this is what I'm saying. To you, it's real spirituality. To them, it's Candyman. Okay. So if you chose number 2, watch out for them people, especially them third type, the ones who do it on purpose. You are about to encounter a different type of person. And again, for you to understand before it happens, you got to know it, okay? This is why I'm being told. If you've seen this video, this is for you. Because now you're going to encounter the third type. The third type is the one who wants to destroy on purpose, who finds pleasure, okay? Whether this is scheming, scamming, lying, manipulating, cheating, and they find pleasure in it. Or, hurting somebody. Being mean just because. Ooh, they over there smiling. Ooh, I want to ruin their day. Let me go say something stupid. Let me come up with the dumbest thing I could say to ruin their day. Right? And you're going to encounter these types. And these may be people you know. So, what is the purpose? The purpose is to watch out for them people. Be warned about them people. But understand what you're supposed to do and not do. Do not engage. Come on, spirit team. Come on, chosen ones. We are chosen. Whatever you want to do. We are the Avengers. Whoever you want to be. Listen to me right now. I am the captain of the ship and I am telling you, do not engage. Let the demon. Woo! It'll be going crazy. And just sit there and look at it like, wow. She told me it was going, wow. And do not be shocked when you see the principality behind that person. Okay. Whew, I gotta take a deep breath. Everybody take a deep breath. Okay. Woo. All right, let's go ahead and let's get to the last one. Number 3. You got dim people. But it's not like number 2, because number 2 got dim people. But they got the different type of people who turn to beasts that they need to watch out for. You have to watch out for dim other people. Okay? This is a very people-y dream, okay? Because even 4, 5, and 6 is almost all about people, okay? So, who is the people for you? It's the friends you had at school, okay? This is, first of all, referencing the fact that there are people who are either directly connected to you or are close to you somehow, and you've known them for a long time. Okay, now for some of y'all, just a select few, very small portion, you're in school now. This could be nursing school, college, whatever the case may be. I just heard second graduate degree or something like that, like a second degree. So you can be in school now, but this is more so referencing for majority of you guys, people that you've known since childhood, at least two. Okay, you're gonna have to watch out for them because they are going to turn. In this case, it's representing when you do this thing, when you get called to the mission that God is calling you to, there are going to be two people close to you that turn on you. This could have either already happened or it's happening now, and it's just confirming this. Now, what happened with you and these people? Well, you got one person who doesn't really believe either in you or believe in like things that happen in the world, manifestation, law of attraction, the way you think, whatever the case may be. They don't really believe it like that. And you have one person who doesn't even care. They just kind of reckless in life, or they don't really have a direction. They don't really want to try to do good or try to do well. For some of you guys, this is exes. This is, you know, maybe even a boyfriend or girlfriend, and don't necessarily have to be friends. It could be romantic interest as well, co-workers, people who are in a close space with you, okay? Now, why is this important? Well, because you know how it is in life, in school especially, you know, don't do what your friends do. If your friend jumped off a building, would you jump too? That kind of thing. Like, it's almost common sense. It's almost child's play for you at this point, where you can pinpoint who's really for you and who's not, okay? But the juice, the liquid, okay? Somebody, and this could be all y'all, whatever, but somebody is connected to something underground, maybe illegal, okay? And it's not going to end well for them. So just like in a dream where you push that person away and you close the door, this is symbolic of you getting these people away from you, or this is confirmation, good, you did the right thing, because it's not going to end well for them. They're going to turn. Some of them will end up in jail. Some of them will end up not here anymore. Some of them are going to have horrible outcomes, maybe because other people that they've wronged or will come back to make it right. Okay, there's some underground stuff that you don't know about, but you'll be close enough to where it might affect you. Okay, watch out for them people. There are some people, especially when God starts to put you up there, okay, they're going to want to attach themselves to you to get this juice to you. You want to take some of this juice? Now, it's only enough for two of them. This is also symbolizing that you ain't going, because you was like, you didn't know if you believed or didn't believe, but you knew enough to say, nah, I'm good. You know, I don't have to prove a point, you know, and I don't want to be if it is, okay? So whoever this is you're connected to, they may not be in your life. They try to come back into your life. Hey, don't you want to do this little thing real quick? Woo woo. I'm getting that. Some of y'all gonna be set up, because like I was telling you, once God put you up there, people gonna be trying to do stuff, and they're gonna be doing great stuff for you, all wonderful. You got these people who gonna help you, these people, these great relationships, like I said in the other video. But you gotta watch out for them people. You see what I mean? There's some of you guys that seen you at your worst, and God is preparing a table for them to see you at your best. But don't you dare pull up a chair for them. It will not end well. In the dream, you saw one turn before the other. You saw one of them turn into the beast before the other one turned into the beast. So it's kind of like, for some of you guys, this may not be two people at one time. It may be, man, I just got rid of that person out of my life, and then here come another person in my life or back into my life, and I had to do the same thing. And for some of y'all, even get that you be feeling like sad or depressed or down because people come and go out of your life, But God wants you to have a picture or a little mini movie in your mind of what I'm describing. This one turns, I got to get you away from me before you fully turn and devour me. Right? And then this next one comes along. I got to push you away and close the door because you might devour me. Okay? You would. That's the only thing that you turn into a beast for, to kill, steal, destroy, and devour. Now let's talk about the part where they started getting so big and busting so wide that it started to shake the building. It started to tear through the walls. Somebody right now is a ticking time bomb. You do not want to be there when they blow up. You ever seen, I'm being reminded right now, this is probably deep. This is so, I should have gave y'all a warning at the beginning, like this is going to be a deep video, right? But I'm reminded of a young man back in Chicago. He had a wife, they had 3 kids, and then one day he just woke up and shot and killed all of them. Yeah, all y'all. And everybody, I remember the post, and everybody was like, oh my God, we can't believe he did that. He just turned. What got into him? What happened, right? And I know a lot of you guys can think of different scenarios that you've either heard on the news or maybe happened personally in your life where you like, they just snapped. Okay, now y'all know y'all seen that show, Snapped. She just snapped. We don't know what got into her. Okay, this is what we're talking about. They don't know what got into him. When you was in school, you know what got into him, that juice. Symbolic for whatever, like whatever it stands for, whatever gonna turn these people. The juice could be like news and information. The juice could be gossip. The juice could be whatever, okay? Take it how it applies. But whatever it is that makes that person turn, it could be the crime, whatever, okay? But I'm warning you. I don't want to see somebody, especially one of my chosen, my golden chosen, sitting in jail for something you didn't do because you was connected with the wrong person. Wrong place, wrong time. You ever seen people, they going up off this earth, and people like, man, they was in the wrong place at the wrong time. This is one of them type of messages. The chosen have a mission. We don't have time to get, what? Entangled, okay? You don't need to be entangled. You will see, I'm going to just tell you how I heard it. You will see giants fall. And that's because you have the answer and solutions to kill the beast. For some of you guys, you've been doing this your whole life and you don't even know it. You've been killing beasts. You've been slaying beasts. You don't even know it. But now you're about to wake up to who you are. It's like you're going to step in front of the mirror and it's going to be a warrior standing there with a huge sword. That's you. That's what you really look like in the spirit realm. Okay? And also, this is why someone wants you to go away. Somebody wants you to go away, and they don't want that calling to be fulfilled, because if it does, it is the end of them, period. For some of y'all in physical life, what does this look like? Some of y'all have an ex. I don't want you to do well, because if you do well, it exposes me and says that I was the one who did it wrong. So let me do what I can to orchestrate so that you don't fulfill your mission, so I can continue to keep my front. You did what I'm saying? Take it how it applies all across the board. That's what I get for number 3. Let's go ahead and let's wrap this thing on up. So there we are, ladies and gentlemen, but it doesn't end here, because we're going over to Patreon and we're going to be breaking down a lot more, because remember, we only stopped at you being down there with them people, right? And the school was shaking and all the people was running out. But now we got to go into the world, right? So we're outside of the school now we're into the world. Okay, run back the dream to figure out what happens next, and then head on over to Patreon so that you can get the rest of these vibes. Okay, we got a lot more to break down, and I think that you will find the next set of messages are just as deep, or maybe even deeper than what we've already covered here on the tube. You dig? So head on over there, click the link in the description box, and I will see you all. Now, if this is where it ends for you, thank you so much for watching. Go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel, you know you want to, and I definitely want you to be here, so go ahead and do that. Follow my social medias, and again, if this is where it ends for you, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you all, and I'll see you in the next video.